Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales in beautiful Paducah, Kentucky. How are you doing today? So I've got an incredible truck and trailer to show you today. And I've got a unique name for this one. The name for this one is the Lesson Learned. The Lesson Learned. And I'm going to explain throughout the video what I mean by that. 2025 Renegade. This is the CS170 Sport Deck Motorhome with a 2022 Featherlite 44-foot liftgate trailer. One ultimate combination, folks. The Renegade quality, full living quarters, huge bathroom in the back, 600 horsepower, like new, under 6,000 miles. The trailer has never been used. It had stuff loaded into it. It was unloaded. It was never taken to a track, event, anything. And the reason, I'm going to give you a quick backstory on why I'm naming this one The Lesson Learned. So I actually had originally a Renegade with a Volvo front end paired up with this trailer for sale at the end of 2023 or beginning of 2024. And shortly after posting it for sale, I had an offer come through on the truck. And I sold the truck. And I still had the trailer. Since then, I bet you, I don't know what I want to bet. It's a lot. That I've had 50 phone calls of people wanting to buy it as a combo. They say, hey man, they saw the old YouTube video. Do you still have that truck and trailer? I'm like, well, I got the trailer, but I don't have the truck. Oh man, I was needing both. I wanted, I don't want an older toter. I wanted a, like new or a brand new toter and the trailer. So that's why I'm calling it the Lesson Learned. I should have never sold the truck without selling the trailer. So, to answer your question, or something you may be thinking, are they for sale separately? They absolutely are. But I've got to sell the trailer before I sell the truck. Hopefully they sell as a combo. Anyways, the Lesson Learned. 2025 Renegade CS170, which means it's a 17-foot conversion. The overall length of this whole combo is like 77 foot 6 inches. Okay? The coach here is 36'2" from the front bumper to the hitch rails. Freightliner Cascadia chassis, adaptive cruise. It has the Detroit Assurance, which is the safety package on it. Helps you prevent, from running over someone. Has the lane guidance with it. One slide over here. It's got a sofa and a pair of bunk beds. So this thing sleeps 6 people comfortably. 2 above the bunk, 2 on the sofa bed, 2 in the bunks that are over here on the side. Michelin tires, again, 5,800 and I think 25 miles, so under 6,000 miles. I don't know, you've heard a lot about Renegade, I'm sure, through my videos, but I don't sell a lot of Featherlite stuff. Folks, it is by far probably the highest quality, if not right in the top 1 or 2 of the highest quality built trailers in the country. Featherlite, a lot of your NASCAR teams, NHRA drag racing teams, that's what these boys run. They're very expensive. So, don't assume, go to chasecoach.com for all the prices and stuff, but don't assume you're looking at a $75,000 trailer here, okay? It's probably 10 times that brand new if you ordered it right now from Featherlite. So, full air ride, triple axle, 22.5-inch aluminum wheels. They are powder coated like a satin black to match the truck. And if you don't like black wheels, we can put chrome back on it. I've got chrome wheels for the truck and the trailer in stock. 44-foot liftgate trailer, AC, big screwdriver, one of the rotary style air compressors. It's got a 61-inch upper deck height. That's a big deal for, guys in various types of racing. They'll call, and, a lot of the trailers we have are 55-inch upper decks or 56, or, occasionally we'll see a 57 or an 8. This is a 61-inch upper deck with a 75-inch lower deck. And how they do that is the style of axle and how low they make the trailer ride to the ground. Now, the original truck that went with this trailer had switches on the dash to where you could press the switch and like raise the trailer, like overextend the airbags and raise it up if you were going in a parking lot and, you were worried about something high siding. We didn't put any of that back in this truck, but it is possible. So if you absolutely need that, it's all the hard part's done. Everything's already, the valves are already on the trailer. The previous owner of the trailer, which was the original owner that had it built new, and he never used it, but the guy that had it built new had all that stuff added to the original truck. And if you flip back through my YouTube channel, you'll see the original video of this. It had a Volvo. It's literally the same Renegade layout, like the bunk unit, the whole deal, but it was just a Volvo VNL front end. So this one has the Cascadia. The truck that was originally with it was a 500 horse. This is a 600. Again, the original truck was a 23 model, and the trailer's a 22 that's never been used. So this truck's a 25 model. So yeah, we are another year or two, since the original listing, but we also are presenting a truck that's a couple years newer. So great bargain here. To build this combo new, 1.1 million, 1.2, something like that. So the buyer's going to definitely save, $200,000 to $300,000 off of what it would cost new. And the thing is getting it. I think the last time I called Featherlite, they were 24 months, 30 months out on builds if you placed an order. So a quick recap, 2025 model, under 6,000 miles, 600 horsepower. It's got the DT12, which is the 12-speed automated transmission in it. Bunk layout, bunk over the cab, bunk in the side, big bathroom in the back. And I like the layout. Actually, the layout in the back of this toter of the bathroom is different than any I've ever seen, and I like it. So I'm taking notes on that on a future build. 44-foot Featherlite liftgate, triple axle air ride. It even has a little pair of bunk beds up in the top of the trailer. So stick around. I'm going to open up the compartments on the truck. I'm going to open up the ones on the trailer. Do a quick little spin through that, and then we'll open the slide up on the coach, open the liftgate up on the trailer, and do a full interior walkthrough on both units. ChaseCoach.com, well over 300 photos of this combo. Pricing, we are going to put them on there a split, but again, I'm not going to sell the truck unless the trailer sells, because like I told you, I'm calling this one or naming it the lesson learned. I could have sold this thing 50 times had I not sold the truck first. So anyways, live and learn, right? That's life. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button. We are north of 28,000 subscribers. It seems like yesterday I was saying, man, if we could only get to 10 or 12, we would be just happy. We're north of 28,000. It's because of you, and I sincerely appreciate you tuning in and watching. So Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports, Coach and Trailer Sales, ChaseCoach.com. All right, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We'll start over here. We'll do the cab and the engine bay very last. We'll go around this way. First compartment on the passenger side has dual 8D batteries. So big battery bank on this one on the bottom. Your chassis batteries are up there on the top. The little air connection, if you're running the coach, you got 120 to 130 pounds of pressure on board, so you can hook the airline or the coach comes with up to it, air a tire up if you had a low tire on the truck or the trailer, on your golf cart, on your ATV, whatever, you name it, you can connect into that. So 2 of the big 8D batteries on the bottom, 3 of the 31 series engine batteries on the top. Next compartment back could be used as a little storage. You can see I've got a little kind of catch-all of stuff laying there. That's the 2-inch and 2 5/16 ball for like the bumper pull hitch. We had to put the 3-inch gooseneck ball in the back of this for this Featherlite trailer. It uses a 3-inch ball, so the original 2 5/16 is actually in that cardboard box. Then you have dual Victron Energy 3,000 watt inverters. The reason for the dual inverters, one of them will run the front air conditioner, so going down the road you can run the front AC just off the batteries. The other inverter does your TV, does your refrigerator, does your power outlets through the coach. So it is an all-electric coach. There is no propane on board, and you can run, one AC and the air conditioners, the TV, everything off the batteries, which is extremely cool. 100 gallons of fresh water here in the next bay. So 3 bays over here, batteries up there, a little bit of storage, inverters, your automatic transfer switch here, and then 100 gallons of fresh water. Something I always like and applaud Renegade on is the valve, how easy it is to dump the fresh water. Anytime me or my race team got home from an event, we pull that valve, and then when we get ready to go the next weekend or 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, we haven't forgotten and left a bunch of, water. And everyone thinks, oh, it's just fresh water. Well, what's wrong? Well, fresh water in time stinks. Just trust me on it. You leave fresh water in that tank, and as it gets hot and cools down, it stinks. Next compartment's actually going to be on the trailer, and that is a big Sony TV that's on a swing-out mount. So you see the little green strap there, which is built to, close the door so you don't have to have a ladder to reach up there and get it. But that's literally a big Sony TV that swings out. I don't know if I mentioned, but this has a brand new holiday brand, one of those big aluminum awnings. And I'm going to ask Lauren, hey, Lauren, can you put a photo up on the screen right now of what this awning looks like? You could use this trailer for racing. You could use it for a hospitality trailer. Like, this has a huge awning system that goes with it. It has been put on once just to test. It's never been used. Again, the trailer was never taken to an event. It was never taken to a racetrack. It had everything loaded in it. The gentleman that had it built brand new had kind of a tragic accident with his son. And, the son is still alive. He's doing well, but he was unable to race again. So they built this, custom built it for a certain purpose. And then, just had a change of life, change of plans. And so that's how we acquired the trailer. Michelin tires, air ride, air brakes. Everything back here is just top notch. Again, Featherlite. I was even looking at the air couplers, like where it's got a couple little air reels, and I'll show you that here in a little bit, that plug in. And just like this, out here, they got a 50 amp outlet ran out here. I mean, why? Well, the type of racing they were going to do it, occasionally you're needing a welding machine and stuff like that. So, I mean, everything is set up to just, it's go all out per se. It's got a cool little C-Tech fold down bench that clips into the outside that I'll show you here in a bit. But where I was going with that is even like the air chuck fittings on the outside of the trailer, Featherlite uses top quality materials and everything. The trailer's constructed of steel and aluminum, a lot of aluminum. And just like the air chuck fitting, instead of using, the $8 or $10 fitting from the local hardware store, I bet those are $40 a piece. They're made in the U.S., high quality. So again, they're scene lighting, like ambulance style, scene lights you can see up there on the side that are extremely bright at nighttime. They use a screw gate style lift gate instead of a hydraulic gate. I mean, just the components on the gate alone are probably $30,000 or $40,000 not installed. So it does have an electric screw gate on it. Again, a lot of your NASCAR Cup teams, NHRA, those guys, they put out on a performance every weekend in a competition, and it's business to them. So they have to have the best of the best of the best, the highest of the highest on quality stuff. And Featherlite is a very, very well-known name in the NASCAR and NHRA series. All right, moving on down. The little black flap here is for the diesel fuel, so it does have an onboard fuel tank for that. Then it's got it's a 12. It's a 12,000 kW Onan diesel generator. And I think it had, let me see if I can peep in there. It's got 10 hours on it. I don't know if you can see that, but the little meters in there, it's got 10 hours on it. How crazy is that? So not only do you have a 12.5 kW on the truck, you got a 12 kW on this one. I would only run one of them. So I would either take, like right now, we've got the shore power plugged in to my outlet over here, 50 amp. You can see it plugged into the side. Then I've just got the trailer. You can see the little blue connection. I've got it just piggybacked into the back of the truck. So what I would do, let's say we take off down the road, we unplug this shore power, we're going to run the generator. Okay, we get to the track. What I would do is just take this same cord, plug it in, and piggyback into here, and just run that generator. Or vice versa. You can fire this one up, let it run. You can take the shore power cord that's plugged into the side of the truck, and there's a 50 amp little buddy plug up here. So you just open this one up, 50 amp 4-prong, plug it in, and you're only running the hours up on one generator. I mean, to me, it makes the most sense. You're saving the hours, conserving the diesel fuel, on and on, right? So moving on up to the truck, 12.5 own-end generator. This one has 451 hours. We did go ahead and just service it, so it's got brand new oil filter, brand new fuel filter, and a brand new air filter. The next compartment up is the sewer bay and the wet bay. So it's one option of putting water in the coaches in here, and you're probably going, why isn't it open? Well, I can't get it open, so I've got to have Jim and one of our techs here tomorrow try to get it open. But I was already here to shoot the photos and video, so we're continuing on. But anyways, you have probably 50 gallons of gray water, 50 gallons of black in here, two little tanks beside each other. You can see the sewer dump fitting there on the bottom. But anyways, not a lot to look at in there, and it will be fixed. I think one of the little striker little arms either needs adjusted or it's come loose, but it's not a big deal. We fix them on occasion. So 250D AquaHot hydronic heating system. So that's going to take either electricity or a diesel burner, and it's going to heat up your antifreeze to make hot water. So it is hydronic heating system, the AquaHot 250D. 120 gallons of fuel on board. You can see there, 120. So single fill, one tank to fill. Got your DEF fluid there. We'll look under the hood and we'll come back to the cab. The truck looks brand new. You can see the quality of the paint on the frame, the leaf springs, the engine. I'm telling you, and this is how we got it. We really didn't do much cleaning on it. It was just this clean to begin with. It does have the backup camera. It's also got the side view camera. So if you get a turn on your right turn signal or your left turn signal as you're driving, you've got a screen there on the dash. It's going to give you, maybe possibly a blind spot. So the more the merrier on the safety. These are big rigs. Typically they weigh, this truck and trailer without anything in it probably weighs, every bit of 65,000 pounds is my guess. It's a lot of weight rolling down the road. You can see this side just as clean as the other side. Frame rail, engine. It's got the DD16 Detroit 600 horsepower motor. Automated transmission, so there is no clutch pedal like some of the older trucks. Even though it was an auto shift, you still had to let the clutch out. This one you have a brake and a gas, as you can see there. Sears seating. This is something Renegade started using a couple years ago. So Sears brand seating, really good stuff, very comfortable. It's got the Renegade logo embroidered into the seat. The plastic's still on the dash. I'm not kidding. That's how new this thing is. You can see the plastic film there still on the dash. Full Freightliner digital dash. Got full navigation, stereo system. You can Bluetooth your phone. Locking differentials, suspension dump. You do have the camera feed overhead, and it's already got a CB radio. Also has the smart steering stuff, so you can scroll through things on the dash there, set your cruise over here to the right. So it makes it to where, you don't have to take your hand off the wheel, which again, the more safer the merrier, right? We do have both original keys. All of the original manuals for the truck and the trailer are included, and 2 sets of keys for both. The little black box here is part of the Detroit Assurance or the safety package. So if you're driving this rig and you're going to turn to the right and there's someone here on a bicycle, a small car, a motorcycle, or just simply walking beside you, inside the coach, the speakers are going to make they're going to give you kind of a, it'll wake you up for sure. It's going to let you know, hey, we saw this radar, saw someone over here, and just, give it a double take. Make sure you're not running over someone. All the carpet, the floor mats, again, everything looks brand new. You see the little privacy curtain on the aluminum rail that runs around there. And when we go inside, I'll have Lauren here in a little bit to show you a picture of that. But anyways, quick recap again. 2025 model truck, under 6,000 miles. The trailer's a 22 model. It's been stored inside since new. We've kept it inside here at our shop, and would love to sell it as a combo. We will sell the trailer by itself, but we're going to wait till we find a buyer. And again, this is not a cheap rig. This is someone who's looking for cream of the crop, a like new Renegade that's sitting here with a blackout package, matching the trailer, ready to go. A lot of business owners this time of the year will use this stuff for a tax write-off. They'll run it through their business and find out a way to legally and safely deduct it. So, for equipment. So keep that in mind too. All right, Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales, chasecoach.com. Give me just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and open the lift gate up on the trailer. Going to set up that C-Tech little mobile workbench I was telling you about with the air outlets and run the slide out. So when I get back, we'll be ready to go through the interior of the coach and a little quick trip through the trailer. Thanks again for watching. I'll be right back. All right, got everything opened up. So again, with this coach, it's just got one slide, which is on the driver's side. And here in a minute, when we make our way inside, you'll see that it has the sofa. It's got some overhead cabinets above it. Then it's got a pair of bunk beds. And these are not like little kid bunk beds. These are 75 or 76 inches in length, I believe. You can see the two windows up above there. That is also a pair of bunk beds in the trailer. We can remove those. We can make the upper deck longer to where you could haul, another car in the top. But currently it's set up for a couple crew guys or whatever to sleep there. Does have the 2.5-ton Bard AC unit on the front of it. You can see that, which puts out amazing air conditioning and also has an electric heat strip option too. So it also makes heat. Screw drive lift gate. Cool thing about a screw drive, it is if the electric motor ever fails, this thing has a Milwaukee, looks like a huge drill. That's an electric deal that you hook up to the back of the trailer. And as long as nothing mechanically is broke within the screw drive system, you can hook that up. And basically it's like having a spare electric motor on board, and you can manually run the gate up and down with that Milwaukee drill. So down here in the bottom, you can see I've got the gate opened up. So the gate is open. You can see the aluminum flap. And let's just look at the quality of that. Okay, compare that to other trailers that you saw. This is like the little beaver tail flap that flips over the back. I mean, the amount of gusseting and welding, these guys go all out. But I guarantee you, when you roll something off the back of that, it's not going to bend it and flex it and warp it, the first time. Okay, down here in the lower deck of the trailer, I'll give you a quick look at this. We're going to go up and start on the truck first, but you can see you can drive a car. You could put a car in the bottom. Over here you do have your fender wells, so that's where the tires are at, obviously, right? And there's some over here, but they build these little platforms to where you can drive up on those. And I think it's 77 inches of width between the fender wells. And we do modifications here. If you wanted to modify the bottom of this trailer to more easily accommodate another car, or, you tell us. I say this on occasion, and I mean it, from mild to wild, we pretty much do everything right here in-house. So 61-inch upper deck. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. So you can see the air hose reel, couple Goodyear retractable air hoses. That's that C-Tech black line little workbench. Got a place up here to put like aerosol cans and stuff, and then it flips down. So when you store it in the trailer, it flips up like that. When you put it out here on the trailer, flips down to a little workbench. Pretty cool. I showed you the TV, of course, that pulls out. You could use it, the TV for multiple things. Keyless entry comes with a key fob. If you'll give us a 5-digit code, we can set that up for you. All right, so make our way inside. Yesterday, when I was doing all the photos yesterday evening, I had the TV on, and there were some really good football games going. So turn that back on. So I've got the live air TV playing. Let me turn the volume down. All right, give me just a second here. We're getting there. All righty. So got that turned down. I'm going to kick a little air on. For this time of September, it is still warm in the KY. All right, so airs are coming on, dual air. So that's one thing about this size of a toter. Typically, you'll just have one back there. They've added a second one, as you can see there. So front entry, so you come up the steps. As you turn to the right, you have 2 air ride seats up here in the cab. And Lauren, go ahead and put a picture up of the seats spun around. So show everyone what it's going to look like if you wanted to use those seats after you get stopped. All right, now show them a picture of the curtain closed. Kind of show them the privacy curtain there. Okay, you can see that with the curtain closed, blocks out view from both driver and passenger door windows and the front windshield. All right, now I'm going to show you a little view of the cab. You can see the steering wheel, the digital dash. You got the other digital screen over here for your navigation. It'll show you tire pressure. It does have active tire pressure monitoring on it. Shows you differential temps. There's so many things you can do with the screen. You can see the Cobra CB radio there overhead. All right, so behind the driver's seat, you have a sofa. It is like a pull-out bed, so you take the 3 cushions off the back, kind of lift up on the base of it, pull it out. Now, Lauren, I know I'm asking for a lot on this video. Throw a picture up of the little table. So there's 2 legs and a table that goes in. There you go. You can see that. The table's on there now. That comes with it. 2 little legs, easily to put up and stow away. You can actually see now where I've got it stowed is up there. See it? And then that's the little piece that would cover the steps. So anyways, this is a sofa. It seats 3 people, and it actually has seat belts too. So if you're traveling with young children, or your buddy that's getting a little out of hand and you need to keep him buckled in, it does have seat belts. I've got them kind of stuffed down behind the sofa right now, but they are there. Day and night shades, you can see I've got the night shade down right now, but you lift that up, got a big window there behind it. Maple cabinets throughout. I think this is the Rockport color, I believe. It's either the Rockport or the Cape Cod. I think it's the Rockport. You have outlets throughout the coach, 110 outlets with the USB and the USB-C already built in. Bunk beds back here in the back, windows in each bunk. You got 3 drawers, nice storage drawers. Everything about the quality of their cabinets, it's all, just super, super dovetailed. You can see how that looks on the edge. Watch the drawer. As it goes in, it's soft close, so it won't slam. Everything's got little rubber bumpers to keep it from vibrating, going down the road. Now we got some golf. I know the Ryder's Cup was yesterday, so I got a little golf there playing. The TV is hard mounted to the wall, but you can pull this strap and you can pull the TV out. Let me see if I can do it without setting the phone down. Give me just a second here. There we go. All right. So now you can see I pulled the TV away from the wall, kind of put it in an angle. Gives you good viewership from if you're laying in the bunks or sitting on the sofa. So fairly small kitchen, but enough room to get the job done for sure. Samsung convection microwave oven overhead. True induction cooktop. By the way, same deal. If you buy the coach, I'm going to throw in a free 10-piece stainless set of induction cookware. Got that in stock. Original manuals for the truck. It's got both sets of keys, one set's in the ignition, manuals for the engine, stainless sink. This thing, I'm going to say this was used maybe once or twice. Not very much at all. It's way too clean to have a lot of time on it. I want to show you something inside the fridge. So it does have a Samsung residential style fridge with a French door on top and the pull-out freezer down here at the bottom. This is cool. I know, I got excited for literally a little can organizer, but they're spring-loaded, so you put your cans in there, and it keeps them from moving around. Don't know where that came from. It's probably something from Amazon, but that is just the coolest dang thing ever. So I like it. Little things that I see that people, if it's a pre-owned unit, you'll have little custom touches to them, and I like that. Backstone, it's called the Stone Black or Black Stone backsplash under the microwave and over the cooktop there. Again, nice cabinets, lots of drawers, plenty of storage area. Up here above the bunks, pretty much a queen size bed. So you got a 60 by 95, I believe, is actually this size. So 60 by 95 does have the little privacy curtain that's on a rail. You can pull over to block off. It's got the wood or the wood ladder with it. And this part raises up. So you can make this kind of like a walk-through cab. Especially if you got someone who struggles with, leaning way down to get under this level. If they get up out of the seat and this is not in there, they can just kind of almost stand straight up and walk back here to the back. So that's a cool feature. A little bit of pantry storage to the right of the fridge with adjustable shelving. And that's really electrical stuff in there. And then your panels, your breaker panels are up there. Remember, you'll have a primary panel and then a secondary panel for the inverted outlets. All right, here's this bathroom that I was, rooting and raving about earlier, okay? So you walk in, the door's kind of on an angle, you turn to the right, very nice size shower for a 17-foot conversion. Solid surface with the tiled inlaid backsplash. Place to put your washcloth, your soap, your shampoo. 3-piece sliding glass doors, so you just pop that little guy up, close it off. You can take the hot, steamy shower. You got 100 gallons of fresh water on board too. It does have the Sandy Marin, which is the macerator style. It has the grinder pump on it. It's going to pump the sewage out. It keeps it nice and clean. And look at the little vanity and the overhead cabinets and mirror. I love the layout of this. So I see units that were ordered, if we get something pre-owned, I see different ideas that people had, and I don't always go with them. A lot of times I use my own, but this is a cool layout. So whoever ordered this new, I like that, okay? I like how it makes the bathroom just seem so much more roomier, in my opinion. What did we miss? We talked about the table. We showed you that earlier. In each bunk, you've got a power outlet down here. This is actually the little wood pieces for an iPad. So, they used to put bunk TVs in them, but anymore, I think, they think everyone packs an iPad with them. So why have the TV permanently mounted there when you can just set your iPad, right? So we talked about the seats. They're air ride. They both swivel around. You've got this is an option with a walk-through cab. You can take that off if you want. Talked about the table. It's up over the bunk for now in storage. A few cabinets above the sofa there. I think we've kind of cleared this. All the original manuals. The coach has Starlink internet already on it. So that's normally about a $5,000 option, but this one was ordered with it brand new. So we can help you set all that up, create you an account, set up the network, and have all that up and running. All right, it's time to go out here and check out the trailer. Again, 77.5 foot roughly overall length. The trailer's like 47 overall, which it's a 44-foot body, but the 47 is including the box for the AC there on the front. So side entry trailer, we are going to include a set of the foam race ramp steps. So raceramps.com, they make a really nice lightweight foam set of steps that I'm going to measure and order that will come with it. All right, inside, you walk inside the side entry. Across from you is all C-Tech aluminum cabinets and workbenches. Not sure if you're familiar with C-Tech, but if you're in the market for any cabinets, look no further. And we are a dealer too. We stock a lot of their pit carts and stuff. C-Tech, though, based out, I think they're out of Wisconsin. Just the quality of this stuff is insanely nice. I love their latches too. You just kind of pull down, you can see there. Has a fridge, huge workbench, got a tire rack over here. And again, all this stuff can be modified, removed, changed, whatever you need, we can accommodate. All of the, or some of the support pieces for the awning, it's a Holiday Industries awning. I'm going to throw out a wild guess, but I'll bet you, Lauren, throw the picture back up of that awning. I bet you this awning is every bit of $50,000. Okay, and I've bought some of them, but I bet you that's a $50,000 setup. Very, very nicely done. This big plastic tub here has got part of the awning canvas in it, so they just use that as a way to stuff it in instead of having to fold it, into such a tight fit. You can just kind of stuff it down in there. Back here, more cabinets over the fender wells. Again, you got 77 inches from the carpeted fender well here to the one over there. You can see, place to hold your tie downs. Again, the C-Tech stuff, so very nice. 75 inches down here, engine storage bay, so 2 big compartments to put motors in. And this trailer could be used for drag racing. You could use it for dirt bike racing. We meet a lot of guys here lately, road course racing. You could use it for snowmobile racing, watercraft, whatever. So you come up the steps, rubber coin up here in the little lounge area, I'm going to call it. And this is not like little bunk beds. This is like little twin mattresses maybe. Again, all this would come out if you need us to bring this deck all the way forward. If you need the full length, which would be 43.5, I believe, from the wall to back to where the back door is, you could get up to 43 feet. Okay, this box is where that outdoor TV is, so we could leave that if you want it. We could remove it and just cap it off. If you don't need it, got a little TV for the guys up here for the bunks. There's your intake and the exhaust side of the AC system. Now, let's go up here and look at that. Even got a little step there. So step up here, it's got an Atlas Copco rotary style compressor. Very nice. And now you have the upper deck. So more of the awning supports are up here. It's got 2 spare wheel and tires. How cool is that? 2 spare wheel and tires. One for the truck, one for the trailer. Now, more C-Tech cabinets. The original owner did not have these cabinets in it in the beginning. He ordered these after the fact from C-Tech and put them in. So more cabinets, some electrical stuff here. And now let me explain what we got. You've got roughly 20 feet from this cabinet to the back door. So if you said, hey, my car, that's all I need. I can put 2 cars in 20 feet. That's fine. Now, if you said, hey, I need to remove these cabinets because I want to go from the back door to where the air compressor starts, you've got 36 feet, okay? Now, if you said, hey, I want to remove the cabinets and the compressor, I want to shrink this up a little bit, I need to be able to pull cars all the way to the front, you got 43 and a half feet, okay? So up to 43 and a half feet of upper deck space. I'm going to walk out here on the liftgate. Go out here almost to the back and kind of give you a view looking forward. So 61 inches of upper deck height, 92, I believe, and I'm not looking, I'm reeling all this off based on memory. I think it's 92 inches of width going through this back door, okay? I know it's for sure 90. I think it's 92, and if you're interested, I can confirm that. Let me show you something else about Featherlite. Instead of just bolting or riveting the E-Track system, they welded it. I mean, that's amazing, okay? You can see he added some extra here, but the primary track, they literally welded to the floor. I mean, I promise you, it's gonna take some major something for that to come loose, right? So back through here, you can see compressor could be removed. We could relocate it, put something more basic in. I mean, to need a rotary compressor like that, you are using a lot of air, and the compressor's new. So we could remove it and give you some trade-in credit or give it to you to put in your shop or whatever if you wanted us to mount, more of a basic compressor like down here under a cabinet or something. So one thing I didn't mention is down here, 16 foot 9 inches from this cabinet where the like countertop steps out to the back door. So 16 foot 9 inches, and you got 77 inches between. Now, we had a guy, when I originally posted this, that wanted to put a car in the bottom. And I was explaining, you can't just do away with those fender wells. I mean, that's where those big 22.5-inch semi-tires and wheels are at. He was like, you mean you can't get me like 85 down there? And I'm like, no, bud. Like, if I cut into that, I'm going to hit the tire. I mean, the tires are on the other side of that. So just to kind of save any confusion, that's the fender wells, which is where those big axles and tires are located. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. Any questions, please give me a call. Send me an email, chasecoach.com for all the pictures. Would love to earn your business. Again, they are for sale separately, but I'm not going to sell the truck until the trailer sells because, as I said in the very beginning, and I'm not trying to repeat myself, I'm naming this one the lesson learned. I should have never sold the truck without selling the trailer because I've had so many people reach out and I just couldn't find the right truck to go with it. I mean, I didn't want to put a 2016 model truck with, a 22 trailer that's brand new. It needed to be something nice that kind of flows together. So this is it. It's here. It's for sale. Financing available. And we've got terms up to 240 months or 20 years with 20% down. Of course, with approved credit. But we do all that here. So if you are interested in it and you're looking to finance, just let me know and I can get you connected with our guy on that and we'll take care of business for you. Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales in beautiful Paducah, Kentucky. ChaseCoach.com. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, be nice to people. Be kind. Make someone's day better. Okay? Thanks again. Until next time.